Hello everyone, and now welcome to Game 2 in the series between Porno Sonic and JuicyFruit. This is taken from the Russian Cup from, I believe, last week, as the number of replays out there are really coming to a crawl. Short of me starting to playing some games on Battle.net, I don't know if I'll be able to continue to play or continue to find high-level games. We are looking at JuicyFruit now. He is going to go ahead and start training up an Acolyte. There we go. JuicyFruit is the Undead player on the top left-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Porno Sonic is the Night Elf player on the top right. Undead versus Death Knight. And perhaps Porno Sonic can make a little bit of a better play this time around. It really felt like JuicyFruit had a bit of an advantage throughout much of the game. And it didn't seem like the same Porno Sonic that we were used to. We'll see if he is going to be able to come back up, as we are playing on Echo Isle, a map that is relatively small and doesn't have that many creeps. So that could actually play very, very well into Porno Sonic's particular style, leaving... they want apparently... Don Proxid to leave, since he is causing a little bit of lag. Yes, you always got to be considerate. If you are lagging other players, that is simply no good. Ancient of War should be training up on Archer. Meanwhile, the Demon Hunter is going to be a little bit later than that Death Knight, I believe. The Death Knight should be further along. Yes, ever so barely, ever so much, as we should get some creeping going here in just a moment. The Ghoul has made its way over, and is it going to try and aggro over some of those creep camps? It doesn't look like it, as the Ghoul is just wandering around here. Archer now going to perhaps get off some shots onto this poor Ghoul, and all that Archer needs to do is stand right next to this Ancient of War, knowing that the Ancient of War can do a very good job protecting it. Alright. Apparently the Ghoul is deciding to bring in a little bit of extra lumber over here, and this one Ogre Warrior will end up getting taken down. Ring of Protection +2 already given to the Demon Hunter. Meanwhile, the Death Knight is now out, gonna grab 2 skeletal minions and now creep off to the north. Now, there is not that many red creep camps on this map, and that's really what JuicyFruit was using in the previous game to get further and further ahead over his opponent. So, Porno Sonic this time around choosing Echo Isle is a very, very safe call, as the Demon Hunter should be able to come in here and get a very, very easy mana burn. Alright, are we going to see a mana burn onto the Demon Hunter? No. Trying to perhaps... immolation straight up against his opponent. Now, are we going to perhaps see the Troll Trapper get taken down? And now the Demon Hunter very, very low on... very, very low. And all of these ghouls, the skeletal minions, we may see a detonation level 2 now on the Demon Hunter, as well as the Archer may get the shot off. Is he going to get the final shot off there? That Ghoul very low on hit points. The Archer needed perhaps 1 or 2 more arrows to finish off the Ghoul, and she doesn't get it off there. So far, the Demon Hunter now trying to chase. There's the mana burn already, as JuicyFruit comes in with a little bit of a smiley face, not quite sure what's happening here. The Death Knight faster than the Demon Hunter because of that unholy aura. The Death Knight getting a little bit of extra damage there. He also has Claws of Attack +6, which is going to help, and the Demon Hunter now needs to buy perhaps some Boots of Speed and perhaps a Staff of Teleportation like he did earlier. Now, I also was surprised that we didn't really see that much Staff of Preservation use coming in from Porno Sonic in the previous game. Staff of Preservation, being able to Staff of Preservation the Demon Hunter, send him home, and then come back in altogether refreshed, is one of the great tactics of the Night Elf army. Demon Hunter now looking to charge on in here. Meanwhile, you can see some skeletal minions. Demon Hunter now may be able to pick up the tome. Yes, picks up the tome, and now going after more units there. It looks like he was able to take down a Ghoul, and now going after more units still. The Death Knight now sitting at level 2. The Demon Hunter now sitting at level 2 as well, but without any mana whatsoever. Not quite sure what this Demon Hunter really hopes to do. Those Ghouls now moving extremely fast over here. It looks faster than normal, as those Ghouls do have that unholy aura on them, allowing them to move that much more quickly. Alright, the Ghouls now deciding to head back home, perhaps getting back to the lumber yards and trying to get more wood, as we can see there is no chance that the Demon Hunter is going to cause any sort of harassment on those Acolytes in the back. Demon Hunter now running back away. Boots of Speed, Staff of Teleportation. It looks like the Ring of Protection +2 was sold earlier, and now we can see the Moonwell is pretty much instantly drained once again as the Ancient of Wonders is halfway done. Now, this could be a problem once more. The Ancient of War is going to spot all of these units. The Demon Hunter now needs to turn back around. There it goes, as this army, JuicyFruit leading the charge, and the Ancient of Wonders may get taken out before it is ready to go. Demon Hunter now perhaps going after some of these ghouls, and it looks like though the Ancient of Wonders is going to get canceled, and all of that is importantly time lost. Anytime you're able to force your opponent to cancel a building is always very, very good news there, as the Wisp perhaps needs to detonate. There's the detonation there, doesn't want to give extra experience, and now the Ghoul somehow still has Unholy Aura, takes another Death Coil, and is able to survive. Alright, the Demon Hunter now chasing after the Death Knight. Oh, Naga Sea Witch right in the front, and this could be a bit of a problem here, as you can see that the Demon Hunter is going after that Death Knight very, very quickly. Alright, a Wisp now trying to get ahead. It doesn't look like the Wisp will be able to do so. The Death Knight is faster, but another Wisp comes out of nowhere, and wow! I can't believe I'm so excited about Wisps, but those Wisps pretty much came out of the woodwork, literally, trying to get in front of that Death Knight, unable to do so. The Death Knight seemingly unstoppable in terms of speed with that Unholy Aura. That is very, very fast on that Death Knight here, as we're looking perhaps at the Death Knight looking to do a little bit of a chase. Alright, the Death Knight now wandering back over to the side. You can see the Slaughterhouse is now taking a bit of damage. Naga Sea Witch is right there, and the Demon Hunter does not have that much mana. Naga Sea Witch is extremely slow, very easy to get surrounded. The Demon Hunter has a Staff of Teleportation, so he doesn't care about this at all. If he can force the cancellation, he is fine, but he should just be teleporting all the way back home now. Not quite sure. Is he going to get the kill? Yes, he does get the kill. Scroll of Town Portal. The Naga Sea Witch needs to stay close enough within range and teleports back. Importantly, the Slaughterhouse was actually destroyed, not canceled, I believe. And all of that time built was lost. Yes, the Demon Hunter did end up losing a Scroll of Town Portal for that, but all in all, fairly strong there, as you can now see that the Ogre Warrior, oh, we see this from the aerial view, the Lich, and the Skeletal Minion now coming in. Alright, Demon Hunter going after the Ogre Magi. Troll Trappers are going to go around and get off and ensnare onto an unsuspecting ghoul. What is going on here, as we are now in between a rock and a hard place? Alright, the Ogre Magi did drop a potion of lesser invulnerability. The Demon Hunters, Frost Nova, and oh, Death Coil. This could be extremely bad news. The Naga Sea Witch does need to get away. Perhaps transferring the Boots of Speed over would be a very, very safe call. The Ancient of War now coming over to try to get some damage off onto JuicyFruit's units here. This Ancient of War will end up just getting taken down, but it doesn't matter, as we already have an Ancient of Lore and an Ancient of Lore in play. Alright, two Ancients of Lore down over here. Staff of Preservation, preserving that Naga Sea Witch, sending it straight back home. The Naga Sea Witch, however, has to be extremely careful, and I'm still surprised that we don't have the Boots of Speed transfer to that Naga Sea Witch. That Naga Sea Witch with those cold arrows, always better to have those Boots of Speed, as the Naga Sea Witch can fire and then move and attack again. Manual of Health not being picked up. Come on, Naga Sea Witch, are you going to do me the honors? No, you are not. You're just going to touch the book, but decide not to read it. Naga Sea Witch now picked up by the Undead Army as well. Demon Hunter could try to come in, and oh, this could be bad. There's a cold arrow onto the Demon Hunter, as the Demon Hunter forced to do a little bit of retreating again. Dryads are in position, and those ghouls moving around very, very quickly are able to run away. There's some slow poison, though, onto a ghoul. Do we have an Orb of Venom? No, we don't. Mana Burn onto the Lich, as the ghoul, the fleeing army usually gets the short end of the stick, also taking a little bit more damage there. But the ghouls, it really felt like the Undead Army had a really favorable advantage. 34 supply compared to 37, and that's with bears not being trained yet, just dryads there, and you could have had reinforcements come from home. Porno Sonic now bringing it over, decides to read a Tome of Agility in this particular instance. We're going to see another Nightcrawler fall, as Gloves of Haste now given to that Demon Hunter. The Demon Hunter, Frost Nova, there's Abolish Magic onto the units. There's a Mana Burn, and we are still fighting this out here. Another Abolish Magic, and somehow the Abolish Magics had made this army much, much smaller and much weaker. Demon Hunter with a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability really just playing it hard now. There goes the Frost Nova onto the Naga Sea Witch, though. There goes another Naga Sea Witch. So both sides losing a Naga Sea Witch there. All right, this could be bad news. The Death Knight does have a Potion of Mana. The Demon Hunter very low on hit points. Gonna Staff of Teleport all the way back home. No Moonwells again, as the Ancient of Wonders needs to perhaps have that Moonstone. No, picks up an Orb of Venom instead. All right, give me one moment. I'm sorry. All right, here we go. Welcome back. That was my doorbell, if you guys could hear it, as the Death Knight now trying to walk away. So far, everything was looking pretty strong and pretty good for Porno Sonic. Porno Sonic has been making some incredible plays, being able to save his units. And it really feels like JuicyFruit's engagement choice really not as strong or as on par as what I would have been expecting. The Dryads going after and being able to pick apart this army here, and it's really the lack of creeps. The Death Knight and the Lich are still only sitting at level 1, as the Demon Hunter is sitting at level 3. Lower hit point heroes are generally seem to be favoring the Night Elf army, especially because of the number of ghouls we see. There's the rejuvenation now, and now this is going to be turned into a really interesting fight. The bear, very low on hit points, casts a rejuvenation on himself. Staff of Preservation saves that. That is important. You never want to have a bear lost while it is in druid form. 580 hit points of 4 food or 4 supply worth a loss of it in terms of experience. Nothing else gives that much experience having so little hit points. Maybe and is a frontline unit. All right, let's go ahead and take a look back at here. We can see there are 3 obsidian statues, and that is obviously going to be transformed into destroyers momentarily. Wow, getting up and running up and down the stairs really like concentrated me all of a sudden. Demon Hunter, Naga Sea Witch. Maybe I'll try to do that in the middle of a cast more often. Anyways, Demon Hunter now ready to push forward here. This could be some bad news once again, and a little bit of lagging causing problems. There's a rejuvenation, and the bear is still not in bear form. Not really sure what's going on there. Naga Sea Witch trying to run away. Demon Hunter isn't going to be able to Staff of Preservation. Not going to even need it, as the Scroll of Town Portal turns it back home. All right, maybe another rejuvenation onto this bear, as the bear is running around. Now, one thing to note, if your bears are low on mana, they should, and not engaging, they should be in druid form, since you do regenerate much mana much more quickly. Oh, Naga Sea Witch comes in with another cold arrow. Destroyers are now up in the air, and wow, all of a sudden, a Druid of the Claw, very low on hit points, negative armor, and taking an attack from a destroyer sent all the way back home. Staff of Preservation. Demon Hunter deciding not to go after this creep camp here. Level 1 on the Naga Sea Witch still. This Druid of the Claw perhaps should be in druid form. There it goes. But you can see how much damage this one poor bear is absorbing. How would you like that? Hey, meet your friends on the other side of the map. You do exactly that, only to end up getting taken out. Oh, right, that Demon Hunter so low on hit points, down to 85, 87, on the run still, as we are still trying to run away here. So far, all of those Dryads now trying to get away. Once again, the Demon Hunter, such a fast hero, 170 hit points and able to escape. Naga Sea Witch now trying to run away, and all of a sudden, with 3 destroyers, this fight is looking incredibly strong for JuicyFruit. The problem, or the way to deal with these destroyers, is you don't engage when they have mana. When they have mana, their damage is simply astronomical, especially against this heavy armored tier 4 or tier 3 heavy armored unit. As soon as you can engage when there isn't mana, much of their damage is lost. The fact that JuicyFruit had converted all 3 of his obsidian statues into destroyers at the same moment nearly means that he is gonna be in trouble. This army is not as strong as it was about a minute ago. So that is one of those really strange situations. Meanwhile, Porno Sonic's army is actually growing stronger. As he gets more mana on the Dryads, as he gets more mana onto the bears, he's gonna get into a better and better position. Naga Sea Witch still sitting at level 2, and both of these armies are surprisingly fighting very well, considering the situations. 3 bears, the Dryads are still here. I don't see that many Crypt Fiends. So the only thing that's really going to be taking down the Dryads, oh, a beautiful detonation, taking down 2 Wisp right there. The only thing that's really going to take down the Dryads are the heroes and the ghouls. Now, the question is going to be, can JuicyFruit win a game on heroes and destroyers alone? There is a new obsidian statue, but I would not be surprised if that obsidian statue it transforms into a destroyer at a moment's notice after all of its mana is depleted. Alright, the obsidian statue is a little bit on the slow side. However, it doesn't look like it is in danger of getting caught out of position. Naga Sea Witch actually following or getting followed by this Shade, as the Shade is just able to constantly keep track. Alright, the Death Knight, now seen at level 3. There's a mana burn onto the Lich, and here we go. There is that Orb of Venom attack as well. You can also see the Hippogriff doing a little bit of poking, and oh, Staff of Preservation saves 1. This is very, very important there. Bear now on the ground. Scroll of Town Portal now being transferred. Are we going to lose a bear finally? Yes, we do. We lose a bear, but I believe we lost. Oh my goodness! Wow, that was a very low hit point destroyer, sub 10 hit points, I believe, and that destroyer is now gonna survive. Meanwhile, back down over here, Ogre Magi gonna fall. Demon Hunter, very, very fast attack. That Orb of Venom, very, very potent. Meanwhile, the Naga Sea Witch finally, no, not gonna even get to level 3 off of this creep camp, just shy by about 6 experience, or exactly 6 experience, since I double checked it. And now we're looking at the Naga Sea Witch, the Lich, and the Death Knight. Level 3, level 2, level 2 versus, compared to a level 3, level 2, but soon to be 4-3. Alright, Tree of Life now trying to entangle this gold mine. And is it going to work out though? The Wisp not able to get inside the, able to get inside the gold mine now. But where is the rest of the army? You can see one Ancient Protector doing that slow ent walk halfway across the map. And with the destroyers attacking a heavy armored unit, quickly takes it apart. There are 3 hippogriffs in the air though. Bears are in position. Dryads are here as well. And now with the economic advantage for Porno Sonic, things are going to be going from good to great for Porno Sonic, as JuicyFruit needs to figure out how to handle a map with such low creep camps. Alright, the Demon Hunter attempting to finish off this creep camp. Naga Sea Witch is at level 3. Demon Hunter is at level 4. And all of a sudden, the tables have turned. JuicyFruit knows this. He's going up against... He has a level 4, level 3 compared to a 3-2-2. There is one Frostworm, though, from the Boneyard. And here you go. Oh, wow, that Demon Hunter taking a lot of blasts. All of a sudden, in comes all the attacks now. Is that Demon Hunter going to be able to escape? There's a rejuvenation on it. And, oh, it doesn't look like it will make it. However, the Hippogriffs now come in from the back, and the Hippogriffs are going after all of the units. Alright, the Naga Sea Witch now attempting to walk around in circles, trying to perhaps allow the kiting of units, and there goes, oh, the Lich saved at 4 hit points. Alright, Demon Hunter now back out. Staff of Preservation, I believe, the Naga Sea Witch all the way back home. What a way to save not only one but both of your heroes, as the Hippogriffs are still going after that one Frostworm. Alright, there's a Death Coil. Are we now Death Coil saving back up the Lich? There's a Frost Nova on all of those Hippogriffs. The Hippogriffs now in trouble as a Gargoyle comes back around. And all of a sudden, what looked like a good fight for Porno Sonic is now a great fight for JuicyFruit, as JuicyFruit comes back over the top. Dryads have now come back in to re-engage though. Naga Sea Witch is there. Bear now saved. Alright, are we going to see enough poison damage? Rejuvenation. Bear lost in Druid form. Very, very bad news there, as we are going to see perhaps a Frostworm finally taken out. Is it going to go down? 45 hit points. There it goes. A very expensive unit lost. And that is going to take a little bit of a toll. Let's take a look. 46 supply compared to 56. Porno Sonic getting a 40% gold advantage since he is mining from 2 bases. 14 gold a second compared to 10. We got about 4 minutes left of mining out of the main bases. And what is going to be happening next? The corners of the map still have creep camps, and this mercenary camp is still left untouched. So the Night Elf player could easily get there. A Dust of Appearance quickly used, making sure that there is no shade keeping track, and the Demon Hunter could easily get to level 5. Naga Sea Witch finally has a Gloves of Haste all to herself. Not quite sure. We don't see a Staff of Preservation on the Naga Sea Witch as well. That would have been very, very crucial, as the Bear now tries to get away. Perhaps it should be back in bear form and getting rejuvenated. Alright, let's go ahead. Are we going to see some creeping down over here? Yes, that's exactly what we're going to see. And as we creep, the level 4 Demon Hunter should or the Naga Sea Witch should get to level 4. Demon Hunter may still be at level 4 as well, as the Shade now keeping track of everything over here. The Hippogriffs still poking, still just sitting around in the air. Not Demon Hunter. Oh, just a little bit shy, and Pendant of Energy now transferred to that Naga Sea Witch, and that Naga Sea Witch has been using Fork Lightning. This is one of those weird games where Fork Lightning has been used pretty effectively, especially considering the gargoyles and some of the other units as well. We can see there are 4 hippogriffs in the air, but is Porno Sonic investing too much? No. With that many frostworms and perhaps a gargoyle or 2, that may be exactly what he needs to own the army battle. All right, hippogriffs now on the move. The Demon Hunter is just shy of level 5. That little bit of extra damage and hit points may be enough. And oh, what is happening down over here? There is a hippogriff keeping track. There is also a meat wagon making its way over. Meat wagon. That long-range siege unit. What is going to be happening? 5 hippogriffs all together here. Dryads galore, and the dryads. Even if the gargoyles finish off all of those hippogriffs, the gargoyles then need to finish off the dryads as well, as they're the only one with piercing damage and is ranged. The meat wagon is going to be the main attacker here, as we see a quick roar onto the hippogriffs here. This is an important battle. JuicyFruit knows that the winner of this next battle wins the game, and he also knows that he is behind. 49 supply compared to probably 80 now. Wow. Or 78. As the Death Knight, hoping to scrounge around a little bit more experience, but ends up getting creepjacked. Oh, this could be extremely bad. You can see how much damage that Frostworm is taking at a moment's notice and getting pecked apart alive. All right, there you go. 1 Frostworm poked apart in a moment, as we now have a level 5 Demon Hunter. And we are going to see this level 5 Demon Hunter perhaps creep out the other side of this map here. The Gargantuan Sea Turtle is all that is left. Naga Sea Witch may try to creep out by herself. And what is going to be happening here? All right, there goes the engage. Naga Sea Witch is by herself. Demon Hunter is in the backfield, making sure that this does not turn into a creepjack. Or if it is a creepjack, he does at least have ample warning, as we are now sending the bears back into rejuvenation. All right, let's take a look. Gargantuan Sea Turtle is going to fall. Tome of Strength, Pure Up of Vitality. That Naga Sea Witch no longer has more mana than hit points. And what is going to be unfolding next? That Tome of Strength and the Pure Up of Vitality, very, very helpful, making that Naga Sea Witch a little bit more durable. But we may see the Pure Up of Vitality transferred over to that Demon Hunter, similar to how a demon or how Rings of Protection are good on a Goblin Alchemist. Pure Up of Vitality is good on the Demon Hunter just because of the high armor on that Demon Hunter. When you have high armor, having more hit points just confounds or compounds that particular advantage. As the Naga Sea Witch now makes its way over here, this is turning out into a really interesting fight. And so far, all JuicyFruit is hoping to do is that this last fight, he needs to fight on his terms in his base for it to work out well. The gold mine is now being unsummoned, and Porno Sonic is taking his time, knowing, hey, if you are not mining right now, which I know you are not, then what can you really do? The Tree of Eternity is gone. This is the Tree of Life. Where is the other Tree of Eternity? He should probably not even be mining gold right now, as he's only getting about 4 gold a minute, or 4 gold a second off of that gold mine. All right, where is that tree? Was it taken out earlier? Did I completely miss it? No. There it is, moving very, very slowly across the map. And this is a bit of a risky maneuver, since any Staff of Preservations will just teleport the unit to the Tree of Eternity. All right, let's take a look. Shade down over here, Hippogriff Speed added. This is going to turn into a full 100 supply army by Porno Sonic if we don't see a battle come in soon. JuicyFruit now unsummoning all of his unnecessary buildings, getting up to 74 over 80, and this is going to turn into a very epic fight. You can see that is a huge squadron of hippogriffs. I don't know if you really want to be using Roar, but here you go. Are we going to see a Devour magic to try to remove the Roar buff? I don't believe so. I believe the units still have Roar, and with Roar, they are just dealing so much damage. One after one by one, all of those frost worms are getting taken out. It looks like there it goes, and that Fork Lightning so deadly at that point. That is going to be the GG. The Naga Sea Witch already at 5. The Demon Hunter was going to get to 6. And that is the game. Porno Sonic evening up the series at 1 game apiece. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.